Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can see me. I'm going to introduce this great group that I have here. I'm very excited to present this today, Travel with Dolores. I am going around to different unique people that have a different way and a different lifestyle of incorporating that into their life. So right now, I'm going to come on in, introduce Mr. Wayne from Nature Spirit. I don't think, can you see us pretty clear? Just give me, yeah, okay. And he provides so many musical instruments that are incredible. We're going to take a peek at that. And then we have over here, come on in, Mr. Doug. There you go. Awesome. So between the two of them, we are going to have a great opportunity to look at some beautiful instruments that they create and listen to some of them as well, too. So first, tell me a little bit about how you got started. Take a peek in here a little bit more. There you go.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it over to you. Move it to you. So how did you get started?
So we started doing Reiki in 2009.
Yes.
So we became Reiki masters, and then it was like, okay, there's got to be more than this. So we started training with Deborah King. We met her at a Hay House event and started meditating. And through meditation, 3 years ago, my guide said, you need to start making drums. So I did, and I sold a couple, and then they didn't sell. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you really sure about this? And they're like, make them. So that's what I did. And then they were like, make rattles. So I made rattles. And then the most recent thing is the ocean drums that you're familiar with. And Marilyn, who's on, has one also. We use them in sound healings. The drums are great for helping remove dark energy. If you've got somebody that's got dark energy, maybe a vector or something, they're great for being able to drum that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we were doing a show in Orlando, and I was drumming over this girl, and once the dark was removed, then she had an initiation, and light energy came in.
Beautiful.
So it's something we love doing. To me, it's like medicinal to make the drums. I meditate with the hides to find out what type of other spirit animal that they have associated with them. I think it's just my personal belief that if we have spirit animals, they can have them too. Just because they're an animal doesn't really mean anything that they can't. So that comes to me during the meditation with them.
Yeah, so tell everyone a little bit more about that, on how you meditate and how you come up with the different animal spirits, because it could be like a horse skin, but maybe it's got a seal energy. So how does that happen for you?
Sometimes it's really quick. Sometimes as soon as I touch the hide, it will tell me. The hide will tell me instantly when I pick it up. And then when I'm meditating with it, because I meditate, I make my drums outside here in this area. It will tell me, what it carries with it. So it could be a moose hide, and it could have dolphin, or it could have a bear. So I don't question it. It's like whatever it tells me, because I've questioned it and been told. And then I had one person ask me if I could make it with a specific
animal spirit.
Animal spirit.
Okay.
And because hers was a panther, and she wanted it with a panther. And I was like, okay, I think I can do that with intent. So I sat with the hide for like 2 weeks before I made the drum, just kind of putting panther out there to it. And that drum, the first one I made that way, fought me the whole time.
I was going to ask about that, yeah.
And like some of the rawhide lacing, that I use, it just kept breaking, almost like it was being cut. And it's like, okay, I shouldn't do this, but it's one of the most powerful drums I've ever made. So,
really?
And I've made 3 or 4 drums for her, at her request, so I think with intent, you just have to honor the hide and when you're making it.
Yes, you definitely have to honor it. So I've gotten a couple of instruments from you, and what I find really powerful is the fact that whatever intention you placed in there, it works with that individual that he calls. So if you're at a show that you're at, or you see them online on his website, because we're going to give you guys that information, that it actually calls that individual in to purchase that based off of that animal spirit. And what's also very powerful as well too, even with the other lady who requested it, is that you take the time, you weave it into it. You just don't throw it in. You weave everything into it, which really makes a big difference. So, and it's very obvious in the instruments that you create, because this is what you're doing. You are creating this instrument, and you're pulling in the animal spirits. You're pulling in the environment as well too of those animal spirits in which they live in. So if anyone uses them in healing sessions, all of that gets really placed into that individual as well too. Yes, which is very, very, very powerful. So his work is very unique, very different. The intention is incredible. And I know I have some instruments. Marilyn, who's online right now, has some instruments. And we're going to take a look at his instruments in a couple of minutes. But it's just very, very peaceful, very serene, and very authentic.
Yeah, and I have them all over the world. I have some in Korea, some in Ireland, in Wales, Norway, Sweden.
That's amazing.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada, right?
That's several in Canada. And,
that's amazing. Amazing. Totally amazing. All right. So what I would like to do next is to kind of walk over with our computer and take a look at the different drums you have and rattles and show them.
All right.
And they can take a peek and listen to them. So bear with us while we kind of walk. This is so much fun. All right, so I guess maybe come around this way, because I don't know how else to do it.
I could have brought these. You could have stayed seated.
Oh, that's okay.
I could have brought them outside.
So tell us a little bit about this one.
So this one I just finished today. It's an ocean drum, and it's an 18-inch deer hide, and it has coral reef and barracuda energy. This side is coral reef, and this side is barracuda.
So each of the sides have a different intention?
Yes.
Okay. This way people know.
On the ocean drums.
On the ocean drums.
And if you're not familiar with an ocean drum, they are played just by moving back and forth. They give you the sound of waves spread. So I honestly think I was guided to make these drums, I think to kind of help with the red tide and the algae that it
yes, with our
that it helps move it out through here and away from us.
Yes, with intention. So that's actually when I purchased mine, that was my intention as well too, is to work with the water, work with that, and provide, love and support. And they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful sounding.
This one will be leaving for its new home.
Yay!
In Canada on Monday.
Yay! How exciting! Woo!
this probably looks familiar to Marilyn. It's very much like one she's got. This one is got great horned owl spirit
Beautiful.
infused in it, and it's a horse hide, and and everybody like cringes when they hear horse hides. The horse hides that I get are from natural deaths. They're not, from a kill pen or any place like that. They are all natural deaths. And I think you met Bobby.
Yes, I did. Last week. She has wild Mustangs. And one of her Mustangs, when I was doing communications with it, we were talking about something completely different. And it said, hey, your supplier for your hides is a great place to get them. Don't be concerned. So that was right from the horse's mouth. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And these have
that just really vibrates right through you. It's absolutely beautiful.
So these are really good for you doing healings with.
Ceremony,
house clearings, if you want to do a space clearing, they're great for that.
And what size is that?
This is a 15-inch.
That's a nice size.
Octagon.
Yeah, I like that. Now, what's the difference between an octagon and the different shapes and circles? Will it produce a different sound or a different intention?
They do. Every hide, regardless if I had two of them that were the same size, the hide is going to have a different sound because of the thickness of the hide. So it's going to be a little bit different. So this next one is an elk hide. And it has gorilla spirit.
Wow. I just want to dance.
And these are 14-inch drums. So they're a pretty good. I've sold a lot of these.
Yes.
And this one I actually made for somebody, and they never paid me, so it's still here.
It's just meant for someone else.
It is. It is a buffalo hide with wolf spirit.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. They're so well crafted and made, and the sound, I know that all of you probably could hear it, but right here in person, it just goes right through you. So they're great for ceremony work, for any type of individual who practice energy work or sacred healing sessions. Now we've got some rattles.
So we've got rattles. I make these also, and they're made from the same type of hides. They can be used for ceremony.
Yes.
They can be used to journey. I had a friend in New York who's like, I don't think I can play a drum in my apartment. I just listened, if I want to drum, I just listen to a CD. And
okay.
I said, so how do you do that? Do you turn the sound down? And she's like, yeah. And I said, then you just drum soft.
Right.
But she bought a rattle, so she journeys with the rattle.
Love it.
And I fill these with crystal chips, so they're all different crystal chips depending on what I'm guided to put in it.
Wonderful. So that's very different and unique.
Yeah, so they have a unique energy. Moving like this one, it's got green seraphonite chips. But I hand stitch them. And if you travel for a living, like I travel for business and I do software training. I carry one of these with me
to clear
the hotel room when I get in the hotel room, because you don't know who stayed in that room. You don't know what the housekeeper had going on in their life, when they come in to clean the room. So
that's right.
First thing I do when I get in the room is go through and clear the energy out of it.
Wonderful. Yeah, and it's great. It can fit right into your suitcase
It's
without
right
a
in my
problem,
backpack.
or your backpack. Yeah, so that's a great tool to have.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Any other of the rattles there? Some of them are a little bit different, have fur on them.
I do have some that have fur. This particular one has beaver fur on it.
Ooh.
And it is an elk hide, and it has hematite crystal chips in it.
Oh, nice. Yes, Marilyn's shaking her head. She's like, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So with
all of them, but
I know. So with all of these, let's go back and we can sit at the table. So we're going to journey back out here. So with all of those that you showed us, how long does it actually take to make an instrument? Will it vary?
The drums are, oh, sorry. I have to get back in here. The drums take a little bit longer, and they're all multi-step processes.
Yes.
You know, because I sand the frames, you know, so there's no rough edges on them. And then I oil them with grapeseed oil, so they're to help protect the wood. So then they have to dry for a couple days, and then I soak the hides and meditate with them and sage them.
Wow.
So it's probably maybe a 5 hour over several days.
Okay.
The rattles are actually more time consuming than the drums. Yes.
Why is that?
Well, I have to cut and sand the sticks, you know, to get them to the size I want.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to cut out the rattles, you know, the pieces. Then they get soaked. Then they get stitched and put on. Then they have to dry. Then you have to fill them. And then you have to put all the embellishments on them, either the fur or the leather wrap. So they're way more time consuming than the drums.
Yes, now I can see that, because I think it's really important for people to know as well too, because lots of times when you shop for a musical healing instrument, people think that, oh, okay, let me go out there and well, that one's pretty reasonable, but the time and the energy that is spent in his musical instruments is absolutely incredible, and the intention, you just cannot find that anywhere else. There's a lot of intention with each piece that he makes. So if you're really looking for a very unique way and a unique instrument to utilize either for yourself, or if you are a practitioner and you utilize it in your sessions, definitely we will give you the information on his website, where to go, how to contact him. Marilyn, I know you've definitely, you turned me on to these two gentlemen. We're going to introduce Doug in a minute as well too, and they're absolutely incredible. They do a lot of other work, which we'll have Doug talk about as well too. But the instruments are just incredible. Can you just speak for a minute or so and let us know, Miss Marilyn? Can you unmute yourself? And
you caught me off guard.
I know.
I actually had a question for Wayne. So what do you make the mallets out of, Wayne?
Okay, so they're the same wood that the rattles are made of. They're alder wood, and then I wrap. So the mallets have a little bit of me in each one of them, because I use my old Guy Harvey shirts that I've worn out, or I've got holes in them or stains. I cut them up and I use those to wrap for the padding and the mallet, and then it's usually a deer hide that deer skin that's wrapped around that.
I love that. I love that you're reusing, right? Reusing.
So I repurposed my Guy Harvey shirt.
Exactly.
Well, good reason.
On that drum that you were talking about, that wanted the panther in it.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if you have any idea why it resisted so much, and did another animal also want to come in, and what like what happened when it finally allowed itself, and then to become such a powerful drum afterwards? It's like, what do you think was going on?
I think part of it might have been me, the uncertainty of the first one, because I haven't had that issue with any I've done since. But that one was, and I thought maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but it turned out to be an amazing drum. And like I said, I've made 3 more for her. She gives them as gifts to people.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. So really good question, Marilyn, because I guess it was a new process for you. So it was maybe you trying to understand how to weave that instead of just getting a guided, directed message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I love about that is instead of it coming to you, you were actually having to listen in a different way. So I love that. But I just want to allow Doug to come on, but I want to totally vouch for these. I really love my rattle. It has, what I love is how much effort he puts into making the design attractive and shamanic feeling, because I have an antler. Mine is kind of like on an antler.
Yeah.
And I wish I'd have even thought about it. I'd have brought it in, but it's in the other room. But I love it. I love the sound it makes. I had no idea it had crystals in it. So that's kind of exciting to know. And I showed Dolores my drum this morning with the big bear claw, because I had bear spirit on mine. And I mean, to me, it's that quality and that extra service that you give, is that little symbol. It's just that it's just such an it adds the quality, and it shows the TLC. And so, I love what you do. And
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Marilyn. Awesome. Yes. Thank you. So we're going to switch it over now to Doug. Okay. There you go, Doug. So tell us a little bit about the sessions that you provide at your place.
Okay, we do a sound healing session once a month or every 3 weeks at the salon that I work at. And we have taken the crystal bowls and gone one step further by adding the drums, the ocean drum, the frame drum, the rattles, the flute. We created a whole 5-element sound healing session so that you get the full benefit and healing of all the elements, and not just the ethereal of the bowls. And the ocean drum seems to be the one instrument that affects people the most. They all seem to have a lot of energy moving from the ocean drum. But we've had a lot of journeying with the sessions. We've had people that have broken down in tears. Some say they've got better sleep than they've had in a long, long time. One woman came to our meditation because she had trouble sleeping, and said the next night she slept a good straight 8 hours. So we love playing the music. We love the healing effects, vibration.
You have a couple other different instruments in there as well, too. It looked like a little piano when I was there that one time.
Yes, we do the
free
notes.
There you go.
Xylophone. And chimes. So all the elements are, the flute is your air, and the drum is the earth, the grounding. The ocean drum is our water element. The rattles are fire element for the rattlesnake, and then the bowls are ether.
Perfect. It's absolutely amazing. Marilyn and I went to a session, and it was absolutely great. You got to hear all those different elements as well as the different sounds. Well, you're working on one end, Wayne can be on the other end, and you hear different sounds. So I love on how that all weaves together, and it really creates that whole person. So it's really, really cool.
I wanted Wayne to point out too, when he was talking about the rattles, that he's also made rattles for children as gifts, smaller rattles.
Thank you. Yes.
And he just made a drum for his our newborn nephew, who apparently chose elephant as his animal spirit, because everything at all the showers was an elephant, and the cake and toys were being brought in. There were elephants, and Wayne realized that we had a drum that was meant for him that had elephant animal spirit.
I love it. I love it. So not only for adults and people who have practices, children as well too.
Absolutely.
And children just love musical instruments.
Sure.
So
And
yeah, thank you.
anybody can play the drum or the rattle.
That's right. That's right. Pretty easy. Awesome. So let's find a way to make sure that people know how to get a hold of you. So turn it over and tell them about
hey, can I jump in again on
Go ahead,
Doug?
Ms. Marilyn.
I just wanted to say on that, the one that I, first of all, Doug and Wayne both inspired me to change up my sound healing that I do here too. I love the way they connected the elements. And what I also love is so many people think that it's a woo-woo kind of thing. But when they actually come and attend, what they really do see is the fact that you stop thinking about the monkey mind goes to rest because you're trying to listen to the music. You're noticing that your body is responding to the different sounds, and all of this is going on. And when it's over, you think, my gosh, for an hour, I did not think about the bills or my pain or my doctor. Regardless of what happens after that, life goes on and we still have pain and aches. But for that hour, you are totally just under their magic. And it was just really beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And those different sounds and vibrations will work on different areas of the body for physical pain, emotional pain. It'll help to move and create new energy. So it's really, really a powerful experience. And I think, like you said, so many people just do not take the time to connect to themselves. They don't know who they are. So taking the time to really connect to yourself, this is a great way to actually do that. Do you have one coming up tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow night. And when do you usually do them? Is there a set like every third Sunday or?
Right now we're doing it every fourth Sunday.
Every fourth Sunday, okay. Here in Cape Coral, so.
Salon Alvarez.
Go ahead. You give the information.
Salon Alvarez in Cape Coral in the public shopping plaza at the corner of Burnt Store and Pine Island Road.
Awesome. And then to get a hold of your website and drums.
To get a hold of my
rattles.
website is naturespiritdrums.com. Or if you go to our Facebook page, Nature Spirit Drums, you can see drums that I've recently finished, anything we've recently finished. We post our flyer about our sound healings on there also. So that's the best way to keep track of what we've got going on, is to go to our Facebook page, Nature Spirit Drums. Yeah.
So again, it was a pleasure to do this interview with the two of you, and thanks for joining in, Ms. Marilyn. This will be available for a replay, so this way we can send it out. I'll post it again, the replay as well too. Anything else to add?
If you want to see a drum in person, on December 9th, we will be at the Burroughs House in downtown Fort Myers for a Christmas psychic event that they're having there.
For charity.
For charity.
For children and for pets. I'll be there as well too. So come on down and visit.
And there'll be some raffle items and some silent auction items. So there could be, you could win a rattle or something maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Plus then you get to have the spirit of Christmas. All the houses will be decorated in downtown Fort Myers. So we're glad to be an event and to participate in that. So once again, thank you for chiming in. Travel with Dolores. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.